guys, welcome back to our channel.
Or welcome if you're new here.
Today we are going to be talking about some Shop Miss A products. We've tested these products out and we are actually going to be reviewing them for you today, letting you know kind of what we thought about them.
What worked, what didn't.
Yes, there were some that worked very well and there were some that didn't at all. So we have done a Shop Miss A haul before, so we will have that linked down below. So let's just go ahead and get started.
So the first thing that we picked up is the AOA Studio Wonder Skin Perfecting Blur Primer. We actually picked up two primers, but this one has glitter in it and it didn't seem to like give any blurring effect. So
yeah,
and on top of that,
after she put it on, she had like all these little specks of like gold glitter. And I was like, you've got glitter on your face.
Yeah. But yeah, on top of that though, both of these primers broke both of us out.
Yes. Oh
so
my goodness.
I would beware of this because
yeah,
I mean, I don't think anybody finds it fun to like have a breakout.
No.
So definitely be careful with these products.
Yeah, I was not happy. I did not use the blurring primer. The other primer was the AOA Studio. This is the poreless primer. I used this. Basically, the only places that I kind of have pore issues, kind of across the forehead, down my nose, and a little bit, you know, outside of my nose, and then on my chin. And first of all, it didn't fill the pores.
Yeah.
So the foundation literally was filling pores, and it looked awful. Second of all, yes, like the next day I started breaking out, and I mean, I have one, maybe two blemishes occasionally. I had like 15 at one time, and it was only where I put the product. So I was not a happy camper. It took about 5 days for my skin to clear back up after using this. So yes, definitely beware of the Wonder Skin primers from AOA Studio. We're giving you a little warning here.
Yeah. Next is the Amuse Cosmetics 3-in-1 Foundation Stick. I got this because I thought maybe it would be like a full coverage thing, like the Hourglass or something. It has no coverage whatsoever. It's really hard to blend, and I think the only reason I got it blended out was because I mixed in some of the other foundation, and like otherwise I don't think this would have blended. I like put it on my face and went to blend, and it was just like sticking. Yeah. So I think the only reason it blended out was because I put something else on top of it, but there was no coverage. It didn't blend well, so I'm not really happy about this product either.
Okay, and then the foundation that I picked was the Amuse Cosmetics. This is the matte finish foundation, and the packaging is super cute.
Yeah.
And the shade, I had no problem with the shade. It blended well. This was a pretty good foundation. It's not super full coverage. So if you're wanting something that's kind of a light coverage, something maybe for the spring and summer that's just, you know, you just put on a little bit of stuff just to kind of mattify your face a little bit, this is really, really good for that. I'm used to a full coverage, and so I was not as happy with it, but it is a really good product, and I think you'll be happy with it if you're not necessarily looking for full coverage. So this one is a pretty good product.
I also remember that smelling like baby powder though, almost. So if you're...
Yeah, it does smell kind of like baby powder when you're... So...
That's just another thing that I thought I'd mention. Yeah. Alright, next are some powders. We got some AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powders in the shade Soft Light, and she has translucent.
And I have the translucent.
I think this was one of the better products that we
Yes.
got this go around. This sets the makeup really nicely.
Yes.
I didn't have a problem. Like, I used it a couple times. So I haven't had a problem with it, like, breaking down my foundation or
No.
like sticking in weird places. I baked with it as well, and it like
Yeah.
it bakes
These were
smoothly.
really good, so I definitely recommend I mean, there's quite a bit of product in here, so I definitely recommend going ahead and getting some of their AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powders, and they have different shades as well, so you can pick which shade you like.
Next up is the AOA Studio Wonder Cover HD Concealer. I didn't necessarily have a problem with this.
No.
You seem to think that it didn't have that much coverage, which is true. It's not like
yeah.
it's not Tarte Shape Tape,
No.
but it's $1. So
Yeah, these were pretty good, and I actually picked, basically, here's the story. This one was not, the lightest shade was sold out. So we knew we were going to go ahead and pick up two, so we picked up the white, which actually on the site said that you could use it to lighten up shades that you know, that you had if you needed the shade to be a little bit lighter. So that's what we did, and it did work well. But again, it's not Tarte Shape Tape.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Shape Tape, and so anything that doesn't cover like Shape Tape, I'm like, oh, this doesn't really work. But it really does. I mean, it really does work. And it's a good product, so, you know, $1, and it's a pretty good size tube, so these were pretty good. The next product that we're going to talk about, this is the GOV Sun Glow Shimmer Bronzer. It's really pretty. It worked really well. The one thing, when you first try to go in with it, it's like it almost kind of had a thicker layer, so it was hard to get to the product. It was like the top was maybe dry. So we went in several times and we were like, this is not pigmented. This is not, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's like once we got past a certain point, you know, it worked really, really well.
It really did.
So, and it looked shimmery in the pan, but once we got it on our face, it really didn't look shimmery.
I didn't really see any shimmer.
Yeah.
And I'm not like about the shimmer bronzers, so I was really hesitant. Like looking at this pan, it's like shimmer overload, and so I was kind of nervous about putting this on, but it really worked out.
Yeah.
And it's really pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
Next thing is the Makeover Essentials Contour Kit. This is in the lightest shade because we are a pretty light shade.
Pale.
This wasn't awful.
No.
The mirror was really interesting. If you look at it too long, it really hurts your eyes.
Yes.
But, the contour shades are, I mean, they're not like the best. You're not going to get the best contour with it.
Right.
You
But
can
it really
get
did
a contour,
okay.
Yeah.
And 6 shades in a contour kit for $1.
Yeah.
That's
really
not
not
bad at
bad.
all. Yeah. I mean, we were able to use the shades and contour out, and I mean,
It worked
pretty well. It actually comes with a little pamphlet also, which kind of gives you ideas of like the shape of your face, how to contour correctly, and stuff like that. So I mean, I think that's a great added bonus as well. Next is the Starry Triple Blush Palette. It's kind of really cute. It's got the little wispy, if I can get it to where it'll show, the little wispy flowers on there and stuff. It also comes with a double-ended brush, so you've got,
I don't know who can apply blush with
with
that,
a teeny
though.
tiny brush. Yeah, that is a
You
little
would be,
weird.
like,
I just
blending for
thought about
days.
that. The colors are really pretty. You've got kind of a sandy coral over here, more of a vibrant one here, and then a fuchsia here. So you've got a different array of colors. I will say a little bit goes a long way. And just she just tapped into the product and it goes pff. It was really powdery. Picked up a ton of product. She tapped it on the back of her hand, and it's still one dip did both sides, and so a little bit goes a long way. So I mean, I think this is absolutely wonderful for $1. You get 3 great shades. and just kind of be careful when you first get into it because a lot comes off on your brush.
Next product is the AOA Studio Wonder Baked Highlighter. This highlighter is okay. It's not like blinding or anything. It is very buildable, but I mean, you're not gonna get like an intense highlight with this. Maybe if you like wet your brush or something.
Maybe. But you know, some days I just want a subtle glow. I don't want a blinding highlighter, and so this is really good for that. You know, I mean, because a lot of highlighters, when you dip your brush in and go in, I mean, it's just wow. And so this one's more subtle, and so I mean, I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
The only thing that we did notice whenever we got the package, right here, it looks like the product is a little bit busted up. And there was no excess product in the pan, so it had to have happened, you know, like at the company or something. So anyway, but not a bad highlighter at all.
Alright guys, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified each and every time we upload.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Glam and Glamour on all those. And until our next video,
Bye!